this is Team 1 from for A7 with our version of Webstart GameMaker. Once you click on this link on the Fall 2012 homepage of Confluence, you get a Webstart application like this. This is our version of the GameMaker. I'll just show you a few quick features real quick about the GameMaker. You can add in a new sprite by clicking on the Add New Sprite button over here. Give it a name and an object type. The object type we are using is for clicking on, like, we have a number of sprites which you can see. So if you want to group some of the sprites like aliens or maybe bones and stuff like that, you can use the type variable to group them. If you see that the image that gets loaded up is of the same size as the image of the object, the image size itself in general, so you can give it a particular width, height, give it some velocity, maybe 2. Yep, you can. We'll leave the acceleration because it keeps accelerating and then at some point of time it goes out of bounds, the speed. Next, so if you hit on update, that's when it will update the properties. You can see that. Okay, we've also implemented this heading, which is an angle. So if at all I say 90 degrees in heading, so and I hit update properties, you see it turns to the right. That's clockwise direction, 90-degree turn. I'll leave it at 0 for now. Okay, this button is to create events on the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a normal move event to it. I've created that event now. Oh, and you'll be able to see the event list gets populated up over there. You can, I'll also define as the collision bounce event. So collision bounce. Right now we don't have any other objects, so I'll just say game wall. You can also click on any object so that you can say that it bounces off all the objects on the screen. Mind you, the game wall is not an object, so you have to specify that separately. You can select any of the sound from the sounds that are populated through the jar. You can preview the sound and hit create. Okay, so once we're done with fixing all that stuff, you can pretty much see here you have all the event actions and stuff. You can, another important good feature is you can duplicate the object by right clicking and saying duplicate. You'll have a duplicate of it. You can remove any object as well. You have the remove button over there, so you can remove it off. Now if you click on the start button, pretty much, yep, so you can see that the sounds are enabled. Oh, you can also enable the clock and the clock will start running over. You can then go ahead and stop. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the games that we've already created. So you can click on the load button over there, and we've created 3 games: Asteroids, Frogger, and Space Invaders. Let me start off with Space Invaders. Oh, sorry, before I go there, we can actually do is we can implement change background colors. So you can select any background color for the for your screen. So you can see, you can change the background color over there. You can also put in background images which are there in the loaded games. So let's start up real quick with the loaded games. We'll start off with Space Invaders. So when you get into Space Invaders, that's our game for Space Invaders. Now if you click on start, you can see that the aliens have a particular motion of the Space Invaders. Yeah, they're trying to come down to Earth. You can move to the left, you can move to the right freely, up, down using the arrow keys. Firing using the space button. Yeah, I've implemented sounds in this one, so you hear that. I'll now try to lose the game, so that because I put in a game lose, like yeah, you lost the game condition, and there you go. So when they go inside, you would hear the game loss condition. Then we'll load up after Asteroids. Yeah, we load up Asteroids now. So there you go, Asteroids. Okay, this is our asteroid. You can see that there is 1 meteor over here, 2 more over here, and that's your spaceship. I'll just implement the resize functionality. So if you see here, there's a resize functionality which is working pretty fine. Sorry. You can hit on the start button and there you go. Now you can do is you can rotate your spaceship both ways, clockwise, anti-clockwise. You can move around over there. Oops. Yep, there it is. I should have put in the bounce condition. Okay, you can fire out all the objects. I've also put in the game loss condition when it strikes them. So there you go, that's game loss condition. So that's the Asteroids game, and finally we've implemented is the Frogger game. So the Frogger game is without sounds because this was the first implementation we did. We had little issues with sound at that point of time. We haven't implemented sounds in this, but the rest of the functionalities do work. So if you look over here, we have our frog. If we go ahead, that's a game loss condition, so it does not work. Like you do not, you cannot proceed any more further. You can stop the game and then load Frogger. Let's load Frogger again. Yeah, so you can restart the game that way, and when you hit on start, you will be able to go. Oops, I did it again. My bad. There you go again. Oops, I forgot to hit stop before and then hit start. Yeah. So now the game would run. Yeah, we have implemented like there you go. So those are the games that we implemented. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.